What's up, everyone, and welcome to Football Weekly Week 8, where we covered every single regional matchup in the city, it seems like. I'm Joseph Sims.
And I'm Isaiah Wilson.
We're going to start off with what we teased at last week, Region 2 in the 6A conference, Lee versus Park Crossing. We mentioned Lee last week because they need some help to move up in the region. They had the big matchup with Park Crossing, and they just edged out the victory 12-8. Seems like a baseball or like a soccer score or something. not a football score, but 12-8 was the final score. Lee was able to win, and they needed a Carver loss. Carver was also playing in the region against Lanier, but they didn't get it.
Yeah, they didn't get the win. Carver pitched Lanier a shutout, and there was a lot of talk around the city about this game, about Carver and Lanier. You know, big regional matchup, Westside Classic matchup, and Lanier didn't put up any points on the board. Carver pitched them another shutout, so Carver stays in their place in the region.
Yeah, they stay in their place right now. Everyone in front of Lee won. But Lanier just can't seem to do that thing where they score the football. You know?
Yeah.
They keep getting shut out. Lee shut them out, now Carver shut them out. So they need to learn how to score the ball before we start talking about maybe them in a respectful tone at all. So besides Lanier, MA does know how to score the football, and they were in a big region matchup with Thomasville. 7-0 MA, 7-0 Thomasville. Region matchup. This winner of this game basically takes home number one in the region, and it was somewhat of a defensive battle.
Yeah, during the game when we showed up, we thought there was going to be some, high-scoring matches. Seeing two undefeated teams, you're thinking, more so whenever you see an undefeated team, they know how to score the ball in whatever respective sport that is. Coming into football, we came to this matchup, we're standing out there in like 50-degree weather. We're cold, we're waiting for something big to happen. It's just defensive stop after defensive stop after defensive stop until
Carter Wallace got off the scoring for MA with the big touchdown run. And it seemed like only big plays were able to kind of get the score in, and that's a good thing in a lot of ways. But MA's defense is where they were really kind of able to make this stand to get this win, as Thomasville would get into the red zone, and then MA would come up with the big stop on third down and force a field goal. Of course, Thomasville was able to put points on the board, but ultimately they were just one field goal away as they lost to MA 20-17. MA staying undefeated, moving to 8-0, and they're doing a lot of things that a lot of people did not think they were going to be able to do. And I say that in the nicest way possible. I did not think they were going to be able to do as well as they're doing right now. Isaiah did not think that they were going to be able to do as well as they are right now. But they're 8-0, they're undefeated, and they're proving a lot of people wrong. Someone that's not proving us wrong, someone that we did think was going to be as good as they are, is Catholic. They got the win last night against Trinity Presbyterian at Trinity. Catholic able to come in with that stout defense and get the win 13-10. TJ Dudley and company, of course, he always shows up for every single game, able to stop that stout Trinity offense manned by J.D. Bonner.
Yeah, J.D. Bonner, we're going to highlight him for a quick minute, and him and that QB battle between the Catholics quarterback. They were out there gunslinging the footballs, throwing 20, 30, 40, 50-yard passes left and right, throwing darts, man. Also, on account of that, they were in 50-degree weather. It was cold out there. We were shaking. Cameron was shaking. Everybody was over there shaking, except for the quarterbacks. They were unshaken, man. They were throwing the ball downfield. Some passes were overthrown, but we rather see that than, underthrown passes versus also some other passes that we've seen from high school quarterbacks that can't even complete slant routes in like 80-degree weather, 90-degree weather, August weather, first week weather. And so shout out to them. But also, J.D. Bonner did have a few hiccups, had 3 interceptions in the game, and his first interception, which has probably set the tone for the game, was a pick six.
Yeah, like we just mentioned, defense for Catholic showed up big time. They got that pick six. It put 6 on the board heading into halftime. And things got interesting in the second half when the game was kind of coming down to an end. Trinity was fighting from behind. J.D. Bonner, like we said, he was able to throw the ball well, but he was able to run the ball well also as he put his team in position to score, which they did, giving themselves 10 points, only down 3. But they got the ball back. Their defense came onto the field, got the big stop. Catholic almost fumbled the ball away, but they ended up having to punt it like normal. And again, Trinity, all they had to do was fight to score, get into field goal range. but J.D. Bonner threw a last play interception, which sealed the deal for Catholic. T.J. Dudley and company, of course, being able to stop them. But J.D. Bonner and that offense just came up close, but closest for horseshoes and hand grenades, and they did not get the win. They fall 13-10 to the Catholic Knights. So Catholic gets the big win, going to 6-2, and they had the game put away a little earlier before it came down to the wire like it did. They had a big touchdown run, but it was called back due to a blindside block. I didn't necessarily see a blindside block.
I heard the block. It was loud. I didn't see it though, but
that's football.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Catholic gets the win anyway. Trinity still in the running to host their own playoff game, so that's another big one. We liked the energy out there at Trinity. The student section was going wild. They did get a little quiet when Catholic would make a big play, but that's expected at any crowd. So that was a little funny to hear them yell, "You can't do that!" And then as soon as the next play later, it'd be a big play for Catholic, first down on 3rd and 11, and then it'd just be like, "They just did that."
Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing some more Trinity games in the future. We're gonna keep an eye on them, keep a look on their schedule, especially when playoff time comes back around. Hopefully they play Catholic again. And shout out to that student section, man. I could say that was one of our very first, I think, complete football games that we've enjoyed. We do piggyback on Pike Road and stuff like that, but not to down them or anything. But their student section is more of just sitting and waving the pom-poms. Trinity is base knocking, pom-pom throwing. They have a mascot.
They do have a mascot. We both
mascot.
said that. We were like, man, this is the first time. Of course, you see in all the movies, you see all these high schools having mascots. We never see one.
We never see one. We saw one. We saw a guy in a
we saw a wildcat. We saw a wildcat. I was so scared. I was like, oh my gosh.
I'm not allergic to cats, but yeah, you might be.
Right. That's going to wrap up our episode for Football Weekly 8. I'm Joseph Sims.
Not my say it was.